You know, after last time, I'm really not feeling this, so let's save that for another time. Oh, hi folks, I'm Matt and welcome to My Expanded Universe, a show where I go through the entire EU in chronological order as best I know how. So I want to, of course, deviate again. We went through comic books, now children's books, and now we're going to go through a very short story here called Repairs, written by Rick Hoskin. Now this was in the Star Wars UK magazine, issue number 5. Of course, the issue I'm showing you there was the reprinted issue in the US. I don't remember the title of it. I want to say it was Star Wars. It just said Star Wars issue 3. To me, it was like the Star Wars Kids magazine. This magazine only lasted 3 issues before Disney got bought out, and then it got canceled and redone as Clone Wars or Rebels, I think. Rebels, the series. And by the way, they said they're going to keep giving me issues to run out my subscription, and they never did. I had to buy a whole new subscription if I wanted it, which I didn't at the time, because that's when they ended, or stopped, I should say, the Expanded Universe, and then I wasn't interested anymore. So this has one of the unique distinctions for being one of the last Expanded Universe stories that were published. It wasn't the absolute last, but it was one of the last ones published. Now in this story, Han and Chewie are on the run from the Empire, and they uncover a cache of old battle droids left over from the Clone Wars. These are the little rickety little battle droids that we saw in Phantom Menace and throughout the prequel trilogy. And they use these droids to get away from stormtroopers who are pursuing them. Now, I do know that there were continuations of this story later on, like more adventures of Han and Chewie, but that was all part of the new canon. It happened right after the announcement. This came out right before the announcement, which I kept it. Now, they're not really direct sequels, even though they are written by the same person, but I've chosen only to review this one because this is really the only one that I read, and I didn't care about any of the other ones. In fact, I don't even know if those got reprinted in other comic issues or magazines in the Clone Wars or Rebels magazine, whatever it turned into. I don't know, and I don't care at that point. So should you get this, issue? I guess if you want. It's really cheap. It's not really that much. It's fun how they kind of tied in, of course, the prequels, and Han Solo sees something from the Clone War era, and we'd always heard about the Clone War era, but we never got to see it until after the prequels came out. Then they start combining the two, but at the same time, it felt kind of forced. Like, I think I would have rather not have Luke, Leia, and Han go back and rediscover, stuff from the prequel movies. I was fine with just letting that, be, and then moving on to new adventures. But of course, writers have to come up with, they want to do a story that ties in, the people from the original trilogy to the prequel trilogy, and I get that. Just me, I wasn't that big of a fan. Oh, you know what? What the heck, huh? What can it hurt? You perfected the formula, right? Put a little bit more pizzazz in it, I bet. All right, let's try it out. I hate you.